How about I could have listened to the intro last episode thousands of times. And you're like, hold on, I gotta sneeze. I don't want you to hear it.
I'm like, what is wrong with me? I know.
And by the way, this intro, these first two intro, I just sneezed on my computer screen. That's disgusting. This intro that you wrote, I laughed out loud when I read it. One is an adrenaline junkie, one's supposed to be a little bit wine drunky.
Little wine drunky. Sometimes words just come to me so perfectly.
Oh,
I mean, it's like
so
magic.
Good. That's so
I know.
Good.
Thank you. Okay. Hello and welcome to the 14th episode of Little Did I Know. I am your host, Stephanie Parks.
And I'm your other host, Shauna Zolman-Mahaley. Little Did I Know is a place where two friends share our journeys through life, the good and the bad, while never losing our laughter.
If you want to hear more episodes, you can find us at stephandshauna.com or at Little Did I Know on Facebook and Instagram. I want to stop for just a second and ask you to pause your podcast and go on your streaming device and subscribe, like, rate, and review right now before you go any further.
Oh, that's a good one.
We ask you this at the end all the time, but what we're going to say at the beginning, press pause, we'll wait, go and subscribe, like, review, and share with your friends. That is our PSA.
And start again. Okay, good.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, what we're known for is our fun fact. And let me tell you what, I am excited about this fun fact. And I feel like I missed out on something really amazing.
Oh.
With this fun fact. I know.
Okay.
So, if you were to ask me my love language of food, it would be what?
Cheese.
Yes. And bread, right?
And bread, yeah.
And bread, yeah. You're right. And a bottle of wine. I'm just a happy girl. It's a trifecta of goodness. I'm like, I could get kidnapped so easy if somebody's like, here's a croissant, here's some cheese,
You're like,
and some wine. I'll be like, stranger danger. I don't think so. I feel like you're my best friend. Okay.
You know me.
You know me. So it is prom season, right?
Right.
Prom dresses are everywhere. You're seeing prom pictures all over the place. And let me tell you something. Cheddar's is a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know of Cheddar's?
Yeah, they have one in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yep, I gotcha.
There you go. Cheddar's is selling corsages for prom season. And
you're going to go
with a $10 gift card. I need to go to prom. I need a corsage and I need to go to prom.
That actually is a genius idea because how many of those youngsters care about flowers on their chests or on their wrists? None. Right. But you make them edible.
I know.
I'll buy one for you.
Thank you. I want a croissant corsage. I was like, oh man, I just peaked at prom 25 years too
15-ish.
I missed my window. But how great is that?
That is a great idea.
I love it.
And
I
the fact that it's Cheddar's that did it. I mean, it's
known for their butter croissants.
Oh, are they?
It is a thing. That's what they're known for.
Is that what you get?
I don't actually go to Cheddar's very often.
But when I do, I get
when
their
I have,
croissants.
listen, I have enjoyed myself a croissant. Yeah. I am all about it. So there's your fun fact for a week. I hope that you get invited to prom, and I hope that you get a croissant corsage. So there you go, people. There you go. There is your fun fact for the week. And here's the other thing I want to say. If anybody does go to prom and gets one of those, please tag Little Did I Know podcast because we want to see it. We want to know.
Yes,
and you'll have the best date in the whole history of prom.
Yes.
Believe it or not, there are a few other identifying markers that make up our differences as friends, right? So one of us was a professional athlete. One of us was not. One of us is a makeup artist. One of us is
Definitely not. Nope.
One of us is an adrenaline junkie, and one of us seems to be a little wine drunkie.
I so
choose
much love that.
Who is you?
You choose. All those are true, but one thing that speaks to each of our lives and has helped us be who we are is where we live, honestly. One's still a Midwest girl. And I have to say, I, at my core and my roots, I too am a Midwest girl. So nothing that I say I'm going to hate because I understand, I get it. That's my roots. That's the core of who I am. And I love it. I proudly say I'm from Indiana.
Good for you.
Yep.
Good for you. Okay.
But, although this Midwest girl being you.
Yep. Right.
Although you have a 5-year plan and quite possibly a bigger plan in the super near future, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, the other, ding, 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 PNW citizen. Claim it. But I do have one foot in the land of aloha.
Yes. Oh, my. So today we bring you, what the hell is it? Kansas City, Seattle, Hawaii episode.
I just wish this series could last forever just to keep saying the title of this. What the hell is it?
What the hell is it? So in order to get to know us better, we want to invite you into our home cities. Through the magic of podcast, we hope to shine the light on our beautiful cities that we call Home Sweet Home. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it down. This one is going to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit
less
you can
feels.
have your own savoir-faire. Exactly. So let's start with just right out of the chute, a day in the life. What does a day in the life look like to you when you are in Seattle and then when you are in Hawaii?
Well, I'm just going to keep this one Seattle, the day in the life of.
Oh, okay.
Because, in the day in the life in Hawaii, let's be fair, it's paradise. And I don't live there.
Sure.
So I don't, it wouldn't be fair for me to comment. So Seattle, a day in the life of, depending on the season, it may or may not look extremely gray, dreary, cloudy, rainy, right? But that's what everybody thinks. So we say that as citizens of Seattle and the PNW to keep people away.
Right.
Because there's this massive influx of people that really is bringing me down.
I know.
Stay in your lane, people.
I know. I agree.
Alas, but those summers and the falls are utopia. I'm talking 70s and 80s, zero humidity.
I know.
Humidity.
And bugs.
Zero bugs. Vibrant colors, too. Fall is so super beautiful because of all the rain.
Yep.
Oh, it's just an amazing place. And with amazing fish and place to, and the cuisine in Seattle is amazing because there's so many countries represented. So you could literally get any type of food that you want. And it's amazing. So the summer, when you arise, you probably need a little bit of a jacket because it's a little bit chilly, but then, it burns off and it's absolutely gorgeous. But listen, you're guaranteed sunshine, but you can ride your bikes everywhere. You have the most amazing hikes, like in the North Cascades or the ski resort areas. You have these hikes where, there's so much snowfall during the winter and then it all melts off and creates these massive, beautiful lakes in between the crevices of mountains. So you hike up and you see this gorgeous view, which is breathtaking. You can, you have all the water elements. You have all the mountain activities. My favorite in the summer, which I know that you love too, is camping.
Oh, you got it. It's like you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah.
Oh, it's just seriously, Antoine and I found a new hiking spot in the North Cascades, and you just pull up into this area. It's kind of hidden off the beaten path, believe it or not, but it's right along the river, and you just set up your tent. Oh, it's just so beautiful and gorgeous right in the mountains. However, there are no porta potties, bathrooms.
Again, it's like you're reading my mind. I was like, I don't.
But it's just.
So there's no Japanese bidet. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
So maybe not for you. But listen, there's also places like the touristy side where you can go to the locks and watch the salmon spawning. You can go on whale watching tours. You can go visit the islands, not Hawaii, but San Juan.
Right. Yeah.
So there's so much to do in the summertime. The day in the life of the summer looks different than the day in the life of winter and every other time throughout the season, right?
Sure.
So you're just going to need to bring a rain jacket. You can tell if you're a local whether you wear a rain jacket or you have an umbrella.
Right. I knew that one.
I own an umbrella. I'm not afraid. So I'm going to use my umbrella unashamedly. Okay. But listen, you just warm up with a big bowl of pho at the end of the day and you're good to go.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed it.
And I do have to say that traffic is horrendous. So the day in the life of, you either got to get up extremely early to go or you got to wait till after 9, 10 a.m. because it's just nutso. But, I mean, if you just want to end your day watching the sunset over the Olympic mountains, you can do that too.
You wouldn't be mad about it, would you?
No, it's amazing.
No.
I love it. I love my home state.
Well, you painted a picture.
Home state. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Correct. You painted a good picture. I probably should have went first because I feel like Kansas City's going to be like, damn it. So anyways, a day in the life in Kansas City. I'm going to tell you right now, though. So it is April 16th. We are in our sweet spot right now. Okay.
Almost
May.
I
told you April, May, we are in a good place. I will tell you probably this afternoon I'm going to have to turn on my air conditioning because it's getting a teensy bit humid.
No
it's true.
way.
Oh yeah, it's true. No, it is. We go from heat to AC because of humidity. But it is beautiful from start to finish here. It is just fantastic. So right now, lots of people are on the trails. Lots of people are walking. It is just beautiful. So for me, I start out with coffee on my favorite place in the world right now is on my back deck. It's a covered deck. We have a little bit of privacy. I have a fire pit in case I need it. This morning I didn't. And I will read a book, but I say that we're the house in the trees. And so we have all of these really big trees and they're all getting their leaves back, which is really nice. But I will say, I'm just going to go in nature because I'm going on my couch in my fire pit, but there's nature all around. And there's just these little birds and they just chirp and just welcome you into the day. It's a beautiful thing.
That sounds wonderful.
It is. It's delightful. It most certainly is. There's things like right now, rooftop bars, patio seating. It's just, this is the jam of Kansas City. Kansas City just knows how to do spring really, really well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do fall really good too. I bet. I will have this conversation back with you in the fall, but let me tell you, there is a section of summer and a section of winter that is unbearable. The humidity in the morning, even in the mornings of the summer, no can do. Yeah. You are sticky. You are just, your hair is terrible. It is just no good. And then in the winter, which we just came out of one of the worst winters ever. The other day when I was driving to the airport, my Uber driver was like, has this winter been hard on you? Because it is terrible. And I was like, yes, I will tell you across the board. So I'm like, everybody is feeling it. It's just been horrible, but we have broke free and blooms on the trees. So it is just,
it sounds wonderful now.
Yeah.
It is nice to have other people to commiserate with.
It is, but you cannot stay there because then you hate your life.
That's true.
And then there's no crawling. You're decorating your pit is what happens after that. So, yeah. So right now, Kansas City is perfect. Actually, wonderful. So here's how you say you don't like to talk about Seattle and have people go there. I feel the same way about my trail. So when we hang up from here, I'm going to hit the trails before I pick up my daughter from school. And, last fall, they did a TV segment on my trail.
No, you're like, get out of here.
So when I pull in and there's more than just a couple cars, and if somebody by damn is taking my parking spot, it puts me in a really bad mood. And I want to find those people and be like, you're in my spot, fool. But I wanted to go and picket and be like, naked men walk these trails. Dirty people poop out here.
People poop.
Bad behavior. You don't want to be here. Run. Save your children. Don't come out here. I was just like, no.
Well, to be safe, it sounds like you walk though, and during a time that's pretty low key during the day, because most people would be either at work, at school. Quote unquote.
I've got a plan. I have a plan. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you this is a true story about my trails real quick. 2 years ago, I was in between traveling, and I just put on I was just ready to go, but I needed a release. I had on Disney tunes, and if I can do anything, I can sing a Disney song. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I think we need an example. Audition.
Like some of my favorites are Aladdin, a Whole New World, a whole new world, a dazzling place I've ever been. I mean, I do all the arm movements. I feel like I'm on a Broadway play. Like I am just, and especially Frozen. We all know "Let It Go" is my freedom song, and so I am just walking through my trails and just all of this. I rounded a corner. I saw a little family. I was like, oh, they're cute. Okay. Kept on going. I mean, and I have my earbuds in, so I am literally in my own world, right? I posted a picture of got to my trails, loved it. Swear. Somebody was like, oh, we thought that was you. We heard you singing.
Oh, no. They heard you, but they didn't see you.
And they sure didn't stop me. They were like, watch her. Because that's dinner and a show, kids. That's what that was. I was like, oh my gosh.
Let's just let her be. Just let her be, kids. Just let her go.
Those people we don't talk to. We just give $1 in the can and just keep them walking. So I don't feel like anybody else needs to go to my trails. Those are mine.
I think that you've scared everybody away. Good job.
I tried. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So let's do let's act like you are welcoming people into your city, and you're going to say, here's our top things that our city has to offer you out of your favorites. It doesn't have to be 5 stars on Yelp or whatever.
Gotcha.
But what would your top favorite places be? And are you going to bring in Hawaii now?
I will bring in Hawaii on this one because
this
is legit. So I'm going to go 2 places to visit and 2 restaurants to eat at.
Okay, cool.
It's essential. For Seattle, one of my favorite places is Alki Beach. I love Alki Beach because you can see, you can look back over the water and you can see the Seattle skyline. So it's in West Seattle, which is still a part of Seattle, but you kind of have to go over a bridge to get there. So you can see the skyline from one angle. You can see the mountains off on the other angle, but it's surrounded by water and amazing food and beach. So it's kind of like your little getaway from Seattle in a way.
Okay.
One of my favorite spots. Another one is Cary Park Lookout, which it's right above the city. So it's in Queen Anne. You're right above the city. So you have on a sunny day, it looks like the Space Needle is right in your face, super close right in your face. But then you see the rest of the city, you see the water, you see the ferries and the boats, but then you also have this massive Mount Rainier in the background that kind of encapsulates everything. So it's on a perfect day, it's like a postcard. It is. It's a breathtaking view. But I will expound on that a little bit later, just so you know.
Okay.
2 places I would totally tell people to go, hands down. So when you go to Seattle, fish needs to be in your diet somehow.
Absolutely.
Not all fish, right? But we're talking crabs, we're talking salmon specifically. Ray's Boathouse down on the water near Ballard has the best crab legs you will ever have in your entire life. Super buttery, and they're king crabs, so they're massive. Get more meat, right, for all the work that you have to do. Sure. And then the second one, when my parents come, we always try different fish and chips places. Spud's, there's one actually on West Seattle, and there's one Green Lake area. Spud's Fish and Chips has the best fish and chips, in my opinion, but also the best clam chowder. And we know what that does to me, but still, it is a non-negotiable. You have to try it.
Okay.
Now, if we're on the islands.
Yep.
Now, the one island that I know the best is Oahu. So there's other islands, obviously, you can go to experience things. But Oahu specifically, if you're going to go and vacation or just experience, to take my word for it, you need to go to the Makapu tide pools. Now, this is an adventure, which I love.
Okay.
So,
oh dear,
you have to park at the Makapu Lighthouse, which it's a paved trail that you can go up to the lighthouse. And you can have this beautiful view. But if you're looking a little bit more adventurous, you don't go up, you go down towards the water, and then you hike in about a half mile on the lava rock, right along the edge of the water. And because of the tide, the water comes up and it forms these tide pools in the lava rocks. So you literally, if you can make it back there and hike back, you have like your own personal pool. And then you can just sit out in the lava rocks and it's by yourself. It's just magic.
So, this is not a restaurant. This is self-service.
It's only a restaurant if you want sushi from a fish that swims in and gets stuck in the tide pool itself.
So you are like getting these out yourself.
Getting what out myself?
The fish out of a tide pool.
Oh,
tide
no.
Pool is not a restaurant.
No, tide pool is literally a pool. Like it's a pool of water that you swim in along the coast on a lava rock.
Correct. So I am still thinking we're going to get on this lava rock. We're going to walk around. We're going to get to a restaurant.
No, there's no restaurant here. This is just
you're self-serving it. Like you're buckling it up, getting it in a bucket, and you're going to take it somewhere.
You can carry a cooler back there and you can have drinks if you want and maybe bring your own snacks, but no.
For sure. Okay. I just needed to know. I was mentally preparing myself for something totally.
We probably wouldn't go there if it was you and I. We would probably just go to the beach.
That sounds more in my lane. Thank you for knowing.
So I would take you then to Waimanalo Beach.
Okay.
Which is where I got married. But it's a very smooth, calm beach, and it has a lot of trees in the tree line. So if you need some shade, go to the trees.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Sure. If you don't,
I love it.
Get on the beach.
Okay.
Okay, the two places to eat, though, Cinnamon's, one's in Kailua, one's downtown Waikiki. The best breakfast, hands down, you'll ever have in your entire life. They have these.
Can I ask you a question?
Red velvet.
Was this on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
No. Well, it might have been, but the one I think you're thinking of is actually one I'll talk about later.
Okay.
Which is
sorry.
Nico's.
Oops. Sorry. Spoiler
no,
alert.
it's okay. It's okay. But it might have been. I didn't see all those episodes.
Okay. I might have heard of this one, but go ahead and tell me about it.
But Cinnamon's, no, it might have been, and it is like by far the best. They have these red velvet pancakes with cream cheese frosting. They have a guava chiffon pancake. Like, I always either get the Kailua pork omelet or I get the crab cakes egg benedict.
Oh
my gosh. It is just, you want to leave, you want to just have somebody roll you out of the restaurant once you're done eating there. It's just amazing.
Whoa.
That's like a non-negotiable, always have to go. The second and last one is Sansei's, which is a sushi place. Friday night, late night happy hour, 50% off all sushi.
What?
You go and you have a little party, sing a little karaoke, bada boom, bada bing.
Okay, that has to happen.
I knew I had you on that one. I had you on that one.
You did.
Oh, it's top places. Like, top places.
Amazing. So we need to get that on the calendar.
Okay. Carol, we're coming.
Let me Instagram her right now.
Tell me about Kansas City. I want to know the best places to go. If I'm coming specifically, in the springtime, spring season, beautiful weather in Kansas City.
Yep. So I'm going to break it down too. Okay. So, I would tell you my favorite coffee spot to go in Kansas City, if we're going to not have home coffee, by my fire pit.
Yes.
Okay. It's the Roastery.
Yes.
I love it. I love the story behind it. The original store, which is is in downtown. It has an airplane on it. Just cool vibe. I love it. I've even done the coffee tour. Like that's where I was really challenged to do the pour over coffee. Oh, yeah. Like it's a science, this whole coffee stuff, science. Yeah. Great people. I love it. Love it.
Hey, isn't that where we went when I was telling you about my wedding colors and you couldn't get behind aqua?
Aqua was like the word of it. Remember that's when they just brought out the nitro cold brew. Remember how amazing it was?
Oh, super smooth.
Roastery. I love it. Yeah, Roastery. So then another favorite place that I'm just going to give you two, because I'm going to give you some do not misses in just a minute. Okay. But the Kaufman Gardens, So
me
the
more.
Kaufmans owned the Royals. So that's when the Royals were in their heyday in the 80s, like the Kaufmans, but they've been so philanthropic in Kansas City. Like there's just so much of just their touch still here. They're both deceased. But so the Kaufman Gardens is this place right off of the plaza, and it is a sanctuary.
Ooh.
It's so beautiful. The flowers are great. I mean, and it's so respected, and and then you can go anywhere. Like you can go downtown, you can go to the plaza, you can go anywhere, but it's just this little sanctuary. So last week, one of my friends said, I just had to get to Kaufman Gardens. Like I just had to go there because that's just where she was in our mind. I was like, it's such a great place. Like, so that would be some of these places that you're like, oh, it's a little bit different. I'm going to give you a little surprise. Kaufman
Gardens.
Gardens. Yeah.
Sounds delightful.
Yes. And then I'm going to tell you, go to a Royals game while you're here. Like, go to a Royals game. We may not be great right now. We're not. We're really not good.
Listen, they have 100 games to get it together.
I know, but your team came and beat the shit out of our team.
And my team is struggling too. I'm just going to tell you that. Go Cubs go, but we're not off to a good start.
I was talking to the Mariners. The Mariners came in and they're doing really good actually.
They're second team.
You know that. I know.
Yeah, everybody's talking now because they're like off to the best start in franchise history.
Like
so this is our year.
I know, because I'm like, you're 13 West, and why we are sucking so bad. But it is so fun. Like the Royals just have, we are a Midwest. We get behind our team. It doesn't matter. Like we still have a really great time.
Yeah.
So if you can, go to a Royals game, it's just super fun.
Okay.
So those are my top favorite places right now.
Oh, so if you have a don't miss place though.
Okay. So my first don't miss would be Q39 barbecue. Started out with some guys.
I was hoping you're bringing some barbecue into this.
Oh,
and that's what you're known for.
We are. And we are proud of it. And so you're going to get all kinds of barbecue. But I'm going to tell you my absolute favorite is Q39.
Okay.
And it's the downtown one. So it started out by barbecue champions and they won, and then they got into a brick and mortar, and now they're in like 3, I think, across Kansas City. Greatest staff, greatest team of people, and super fun. Like they'll do a habanero barbecue sauce, and then they do a sweet barbecue sauce. I mean, just it's so good. So what I always get is sliced, burn in on brioche bun. Amazing. Their slaw has green apples in it, and it's just
my mouth
amazing.
Is watering. I'm salivating.
And
it's only 9:30 a.m.
I know. You had me at pancakes, though, in Hawaii. Now, I'm going to tell you the other one that is up and coming, and it was where we had our because we had so many people come in from across the country to our rehearsal dinner. We did Slaps Barbecue.
Okay.
And brothers do it. The mom is the restaurant manager. And it's just it's a little bitty place, up and coming, super delicious. But I'm going to tell you, Q is where it's at.
Okay.
That's where it's at. Yep. So do not miss. Here's another do not miss. Our city market. Now, listen, again, you have to remember we're Kansas City, so we're not like the fish market downtown and Seattle and all of those kind of things. But it is so fun. We're just now starting. It's just opening. The vendors are coming out. But what's really fun, if you come to Kansas City, you can go to the city market. You can ride the streetcar. It's just where people, because right now, like I said, we're in our sweet spot. Go to the city market, buy some flowers, go to the Amish, get some bread. I mean, go to the Italian place, get spices. It's just.
You understand this.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a good place. So those were the places that I would say do not miss if you come to Kansas City.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
And done.
Thank you. Okay. So tell me about, I'm going to take you there. So just now, and just you wait till the next one.
I'm writing a list and putting a box by each one. That's what I'm doing.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. So tell me about yours.
I'm going to have to say the Pikes Market. I mean, I do have to say that. I mean, it's if you're living here, you don't want to go down there because there's just, it's a lot.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
for people to come in, you can't not be in Seattle and experience the fish throwing, the market with the flowers and all the little trinkets. I love to go down there for Christmas though and get fun little trinkets for like my niece and my nephew. That part's fun. Like they have good ideas. I also want to say like, hey, at night when you can watch the sunset over the mountains and have a campfire on the beach. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite things to do too. And so there's a lot of beaches that range all the way from like south of Seattle, Tacoma, all the way up north to where I'm at, like in Everett area and beyond.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a lot of places you can go do that, but that's just something that you should do. The last one, I know I talked about Cary Park earlier because of the view, but the one that I actually would say even more so than Cary Park is Smith Tower, which is the oldest building in Seattle. And it's not the tallest, but historically it's the oldest. You can go to the very top of it, and it actually has an outer walkway at the very top that's obviously fenced in, so you're safe. But it's a 360 view.
Oh man,
360 degree view of the entire city that you can. So you can see like Mount Rainier's right in your face. You can watch the sunset. You can see all like the rest of the cityscape view. You can have the water and all of the water taxis and the ferries and the ships and it's just such a beautiful view. But then at the very top, there's this elegant, classy whiskey bar.
Stop it.
So you can enjoy yourself up there with this amazing view while understanding Seattle's history. I mean, it's truly one of my favorite places that I would take people to go there, for sure.
So I'm going to jump in real quick. One of my do not miss places is it Lake Washington? Mm-hmm. Where you can paddleboard and all of that?
Yeah. Lake Union.
Lake
Probably
Union.
Better.
Yeah. And when we were doing it, and I turned around, I told Tucker, I was like, the Space Needle is right behind us. I had no idea. It was so cool. So I feel like that too, like the water taxis and like just experiencing all of that up close. Golly,
and
it's
Lake
amazing.
Union also, I know that you've experienced this, but when you're paddleboarding and kayaking out in Lake Union, it's also the largest water landing strip for airplanes, for waterplanes. Seaplanes is the correct term, let's be honest. So you don't want to get out too far in the middle or you're going to get nailed by a seaplane.
Yeah, but it's the best part, especially being landlocked and you're out there and you're just watching it happen. Like that we don't ever see that here. It's amazing.
It's just
cool.
different. It's
I love
really
it.
Cool. So for Hawaii, going back to Oahu, my favorite place, which I eat here pretty much every night if I could, is Nico's. So Nico's on the pier. It's on the water.
Okay.
And this is where I know Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives has been.
Okay.
So what they have good food. They have I sent you a video of it with live music with the poke bowl, right? Yeah. So Nico's has its own restaurant, but right next to it they have their poke spot. So this poke spot is it's separate from Nico's, but it's not.
Oh.
So when you go in here, you can get a poke bowl for like $10. So the poke bowl though, they have so many options. So you can have like ahi, you can have salmon, you can have scallops, you can have shrimp, you can have taco, which is octopus. You can have like all these different types of poke that's flavored differently with some seaweed salad with
oh man.
I literally can eat there every single night when I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. And do they have live music every night?
I mean, every time that we went there was somebody playing. Yes. Not always. Man. I mean, they may not, every single time, but hey, they were batting 100 when I was there.
I'm going to tell you what, I think food tastes better when somebody's singing to me. I really do. I am like, this is amazing. Yeah. I don't know. Yep, man. I love it. Okay. So what would be your, that's my hometown for you. Like, how would you like describe that?
So when you see somebody riding down the street on a bike, full rain garb, pants tucked into your socks and shoes, saddlebags, waterproof, and it's drenching, pouring, raining, hailing outside, you're like, why are they biking? It's Seattle. Because rain doesn't stop us for any outdoor activities. You just do it, right? Okay. That would be one thing. A Seahawks crazed fan. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of obnoxious in season, out of season. That's just, you just got to own it. But the thing I think that's that's just hometown for you, is the love that people have for animals far more than people or children.
That's true. That's true.
That is like just no nonsense, non-negotiable. Animals are at a much higher hierarchy than people in Seattle.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
And for Hawaii, it would be like, you just got to take your time. There's no honking.
Aww.
People driving slow. There's no hurrying. Every
Okay.
social setting revolves around the beach or food.
Okay.
And no matter what, like, food that you have, poke is always a part of it. So whether it's an appetizer, whether it's part of the meal, like, there's always someone bringing poke for an appetizer. But
Okay.
I just genuinely love it.
Oh man. It sounds like you do.
Yep. Okay. I need to know your hometown.
Okay.
Ism.
So I have a hometown, and then I have like a little bit of a little experience.
Ooh, good.
Okay.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So that's my hometown for you. That is the Kansas City Chiefs. Like we are mega fans, and let me tell you,
Especially now.
Patrick Mahomes has he has brought it, and like that's why I like Texas Tech, because that's where he's from, and you saw him at the game, and I was like, and I won $20.
Did you?
Not the Final Four, but get to the Final Four.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, no, the Final Four, not to the championships, but yeah, people will not do anything else in their entire year, but they will buy a Chiefs bus and they will tailgate every game and like spend their entire savings on things. And like we're crazy. We are Chiefs fans. That's what it is. Chiefs fans. Okay. But if I'm going to say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invite you into my town and we're going to do a little experience. Okay. It's kind of become the Parks thing. This is what we do. Okay.
Okay.
So we started Casey Wine Co. That's where we got married, our second marriage. It's an experience. It's just pretty. It's a winery in Kansas City. Okay, whatever, but it's still very pretty, super fun, super great. So we're going to start there, and we're going to have wine slushies.
Okay.
They have, I just forgot the name of it, but it's a swirly slush. Super great. We're going to start there. And then because they close it whatever, we're going to go to the Well. So the Well is our next place, our next experience. That's where I met Thomas. And it is a open bar, rooftop, fire pits, torches, lots of music. It's a great experience. Like we're going to go to the Well. Okay. And, just great servers. It's so good. And then what we're going to do, we're going to walk across the street to Bobby Baker's Lounge. Now, this is a dive bar. Okay. But
dive bars sound good about this time.
Oh my gosh. It's so fun. We walked across there and I was still in my wedding dress when we went there. The entire bar erupted. Tom and I did a little dance and then we just walked out because we just love being there. Okay. But here is the best part. So we're that was all like pre-show. Okay. Oh. Then we're going to drive into town and we're going to go to the Green Lady Lounge.
Okay. Tell me about the Green Lady.
Delightful. It is dark lighting, red velvet interior. It's just long and skinny, and to get to the bathroom, it is like a bob and a weave to get there. But it is amazing. Their signature drink is the Pink Lady, not the Green Lady, the Pink Lady. It's delicious. It's in a fun little glass, and they have jazz music. And it is, we're jazz. We're known for our jazz in Kansas City, and it is just soulful. It's amazing. I went there in my wedding dress too. I did. And
you got some good use of your wedding dress.
I did. And then here is how we wrap it up now. It's our thing. It's our thing is Town Topic. It is. It's been around since like 1940. It's this little greasy spoon right in the center of the downtown. And it is the best hamburgers and tater tots you're going to find. That's
Is it
Kansas
because
City.
they're good or because the state at which you're eating them in at that time?
It is C, all the above. Like, it is, but like Tatum went to an ice skating party at the beginning of December, and we were coming back, and I was like, "That's Sound Topic. Like that's where I tell you we go." And we went because I actually went there too on my wedding night morning, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to try that." I zipped her in there and I was like, you get to experience Sound Topic too. Like it's not just for, a drunken parade. Yeah. We had so much. Now, listen, we were there at like 7:00 on a Sunday night. It's open 24 hours a day, by the way. We are the only 2 people there. So like we got to talk to the people. We were at the bar at the little place.
So if you want intimate connection with the ownership and the workers, go to 7:00.
You go at the senior hours. Yes, that's exactly how it works. But she was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I love this. And I was like, this is Kansas City. This is what we do. Yeah.
I love it.
That would be, I would give you the Kansas City experience.
Yes.
That way.
I love, that sounds absolutely amazing. Well, I think we covered very well, very thoroughly on like, what the hell is it of Kansas City, Seattle, and even bringing in the Aloha. I think we did a good job with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But we can't finish any episode without going through our winning, losing, and little did I know, right?
Yeah.
So where in this last week have you been winning and losing? Okay.
So winning is, again, this weather. I sound like I am 73 years old and this is all I care about because I listen to our back ones and I'm like, I complained about the weather. But the weather right now is glorious. I am just getting in lots of walking, lots of trail times. Like I'm right now, I'm in a sweet spot right here. I am.
Good.
Yeah. So where I'm losing is, and it's getting rectified right this minute, but the dude, which is Tom's dog, he is shedding
still
an extra animal a day. Like it is like, his hair growth, I don't even know. He right now is at doggy daycare. He's getting groomed. He's getting his nails trimmed and they are doing a de-shedding. We did find this brush this weekend because it honestly, like I run my Roomba sometimes twice a day because I'm like, I can't handle the hair. I can't. But we found a new brush that brushed out a lot of the hair and I don't know. I've never had a shedding animal. Mia Bell does not shed. Baby Puppy does not shed. So the shedding, I can't handle it. It makes me, that's when I really realize I've got some OCD problems. But I'll talk to my therapist about tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't blame you though. Especially when it's not your dog initially. I would be like, disdain.
I know. Oh, I know. And he sleeps with Tate when Tate's home and she calls him her baby boy. And I'm like, you can have him because I don't want his shitting behind on my bed. Okay. So anyways, that's, nothing that's shaken the world or anything like that, but that's where I'm winning and losing. Okay. So tell me about you.
Winning. Definitely my trip to Hawaii. The tattoo that I got is more than I could dream for. Yeah. I love it. And it's in the itching phase, so I don't love that, but I love it. Mm-hmm. Where I'm losing, so unintentionally, I got my scalp burnt.
Oh no.
And so the shedding, the flaking, the peeling process, it looks like I have enormous amounts of dandruff because my scalp is peeling from the sunburn.
For sure. Yeah.
Pretty disgusting. It's a light lose, but alas, it's a lose.
This is your story. You get to tell it however you want.
Thank you.
That's exactly how you do that. Yeah.
Yes, that's where I'm at. But little did I know for you. What's a little did I know topic for Stephanie Parks this week?
So my little did I know is I wish I would have met this guy earlier. His name is Charles Martin. I heard about him on a podcast last week because, not only am I walking a lot, I also listen to podcasts all the time. And he wrote a book, What If It's True? And it has just been a really great companion. I know we're taping right now in the week of Holy Week, so it'll be listened to later. But just such a really great place to start my day is this narrative story of the last week of Jesus's life, and then this biblical application with it, and just where it is meeting me at. Little did I know, like, I needed this author and know his stories, and it just came at just the perfect time for me. So
Amen.
Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So how about you? What's your little did I know?
Yeah, mine, again, kind of going back to the Hawaii time, but as we were talking a little bit earlier, little did I know how, or the things that I would experience, I think, in Hawaii, the opportunity to pray over people and see tangible, practical healing of people's backs, arthritic hands, and knees that were needing surgery and no longer do. Like, it was just kind of a sweet reminder of Jesus's power, and a sweet reminder that he chooses to want to use me and other friends just to simply pray over. And, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, there's no cookie cutter thing with how God moves and works, but to see tangibly amazing healing is just kind of breathtaking. So little did I know the things that I would experience when I think I'm going on vacation, but really it's kind of like a spiritual rejuvenation for me in a way too. Yeah. That was really, really endearing and fun. So
isn't that just like God?
Boom. Bada bing. Bada bing.
Love it. Love it. Well, we hope that you have enjoyed this little bird's eye view into our cities as much as we have enjoyed sharing it with you. And again, we did ask you to pause earlier. However, if you didn't, we want
you can pause again.
To go to whatever streaming platform that you listen to our podcast and like it. Tell us what you think about it. Give us some ideas of what you like about your city that you live in. And you never know. Maybe little did I know, we'll just do a little road trip and come find you.
Oh, that would be fun.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
We could take this on the road.
Oh, people, we just need your help. That's all. We just need you now. We are travelers. You know that. So just invite us to your cities and we will come in. But so again, like, subscribe, rate, review, share, you know, all of those great things about that. But I am Stephanie Parks, and you can find me at Steph K. Parks on Instagram and Stephanie Parks on Facebook.
And I am Shauna Zolman-Mihaly. You can find me there on Facebook and Instagram. But again, we are coming to your city.
That's right. Buckle up,
Buckle
America.
up, busters.
Little did I know it's going on the road.
Little did I know it's going to be on the road. See what I did there?
I like it. Well played. Well played. Okay, well, until next time, we'll see you soon.